We're at Car Cave USA in Aiken, South Carolina. We're looking at a 1994 KZJ77. These are rare, they're hard to find, especially with the manual transmission and cool upgrade sourced from a dry climate. So we started with the hood up because it's easier to look at the hood, look at our cool mods, look what we've done with it. We built this for a friend and customer about a year and a half ago, and we took it back in on trade for Defender because we did the build. He's only put about 300 miles on it. Runs smooth, goes down the road, tracks good. You have a custom exhaust, it's stainless, dump pipe, new suspension, has good sound to it. Plenty of really good mods here. So we'll start under the hood, get this thing turned off. There is a touch screen, as you can see, a backup camera. So we got her shut down. Let's go under the hood first, since it's up. And we started the upgrades with trying to get some more power, the 1KZs, especially the European models with the the mechanical injection pump and no EGR valve versus the Australian spec and Japanese with the electronic injection pump and EGR valve. They breathe a little bit better and they stay cooler. So we went ahead and upgraded to a Kinagawa turbo. The specs are on the website. Put in a boost controller, EGT valve. I can't talk today. EGT gauge. All right, we're gonna keep rolling here. Did a custom intake, cone filter, did a cross flow intercooler that we took into the factory cross pipe that would normally go from intake over to turbo, and came out really good. It's front mounted and gets good airflow, keeps it cool. Put in some hella horns and adapted the AC system so it's serviceable with some off-the-shelf parts. Had a 3-inch dump pipe. We relocated the battery, so you can see the exhaust down there and the newer suspension. So everything has under 500 miles on it. I think our friend put 300 on it the whole time. He intended on taking it camping and he got busy and kept it in storage. So sadly it didn't get to go very far. I daily drove it last week. Always loved this car. They're very hard to find. We did the battery tray to, if you see the cross pipe, bringing it through there. So let's get the hood down. Take a look at the motor while we put the hood down. It was sourced from a dry climate, so it was originally a Spain vehicle, and factory build was a rarity with the 5-speed manual, 1KZT, not the TE. Also had third row seating, had factory air conditioning, has a limited slip rear end. So when we started with it, before we sold it about a year and a half ago, it was already a really unique spec, and then we took it further. So as you saw, you have a touchscreen, backup camera, upgrade audio system. There's a 2-inch Ironman lift. We went with Ironman because Davidson's could not deliver. We couldn't source it. And did a steering stabilizer. We ended up doing general maintenance when we had the vehicle too. And let's see what else. It's the Emerald Pearl Metallic. Is that 6M1 paint code? I'm doing this from memory. The Pro Comp 69 wheels, the old school series, and the matte finish. The front hubs, you wouldn't think it, but they're converted to a manual hub. So there's a guy that retrofits them. You can see that little Allen screw there. I actually manually engage it, so you don't have an electronic hub failure. So that was another cool thing, and just kind of added touch we did. Put the rear ladder on it. You have the ARB roof rack, and you do have power options. You have power windows, power steering, power brakes. So the hub lock button is no longer active, but it still integrates correctly. So the guy's kit for the hubs, he actually designs it where the motors stay in place. Excuse me, and it'll still engage. So there's no fault codes or anything. When you get in here, like I said, tilt wheel, You have a high-end Pioneer deck, backup camera. There's an EGT gauge that we integrated the dash that fits in the slot there. You have 2 USB ports. This thing will boot. And you also have a Viper alarm with keyless entry, which is a nice little touch. White splash, you get the doors open, close. You do have a thermometer, you have a altimeter. Headliner's in good shape. Like I said, we got it from a dry climate. You have running boards. Factory aircon, blows cold. We updated a few of the features on it. And let's see if we can, that's me dropping stuff. Let's see if I can get in the back here with one hand. There we go. Seat tilts forward, and then these seats fold down like an 80 series. Excuse me, I don't know what's up with my voice today. And well, somebody left a wrench in there between the seats. They missed it when they were detailing. So you get to the back, you have the ladder, you have the ARB rack. This opens up. Those are some of the manuals and leftover parts. Leftover is not the right word. The extra parts from, those are actually center caps from the Pro Comp wheels, a few of the instruction manuals when we did the install. So these seats fold down. It's always good to have extra parts when you're doing an install. And the seats sit there. Go. So you have a little bit of room behind there, not a ton, about as much as a modern crossover, but you got limited slip, 4-wheel drive, and a turbo diesel. So rear seat's in good condition. You have some 6x9s there in the back, so your rear passengers can jam out, and overall it's in good shape. So this seat also tilts forward. There's a little spot for your foot to go on. They tilt down. It's hard running video at the same time. Like I said, center caps still in the bag. There's a 7-pin adapter we put on in the back, so there's an adapter for it. Rear seats are in good shape. Second row's in good shape. All around, like, really solid, very cool, very good driving vehicle. We did a bushing kit, we did the suspension, and these are just rare to find. All of them I find are automatic. They're kind of busted up. They have 400,000 miles on them. The biggest thing is finding one left-hand drive, and then once you find one left-hand drive is finding one that's not an automatic. So after we did the build, like I said, it was a good friend of ours that owned it. He put it in indoor storage, didn't get a chance to drive it, which is very, very sad after we did the full build. But he's owned a few diesel Land Cruisers. I don't know what part we dropped there. You do have ashtrays in the doors. It's always a plus. You need ashtrays everywhere, so there's a bunch of them. I don't know, it's a impressive vehicle. You'd really need to drive one to understand them and really get the full effect. You're not going to see anything else like it on the road. I love the factory stripes. We have another one, a couple of KZJs back here. The one on the right sold, another one here, but it's something about the factory look with the stripes down the side. It gives it that cool retro vibe. So if you're into diesel Land Cruisers, the 80 series over here, it's sold. we're getting a couple more of them. We also do a lot of Defenders. You have a Type R here, a couple V8 Defenders, a 300 TDI, another 300 TDI, a VR4 twin turbo all-wheel drive Mitsubishi, a little Renault 5 GT Turbo, a BMW 2002 Ti. All three of these are KZJ73s. Cool W460, Fiat Panda 4x4, an old Troopy with aircon, low miles. Those are hard to come by. A well-sorted KZJ73, old 280 coupe. We like the EK4 Hondas, little hatchback with the VTEC motor. Another V8 Defender over there hiding is another EK4 with the B16A2. So we'll go back if you're still with me. Butchering a video all day. It's the end of the day, so I usually do these after hours. And I'm tired, so don't articulate well. We have a full shop here. And we got some projects we got in our welding booth over there in cutting area. Defender 110 that we're putting some panoramic glass in. Defender 90 V8 getting some suspension and total pass-through work. This is a HJ61 turbo diesel. We're just resealing up the motor. CRX SI with the back seat. Doing an AC kit on this Defender and some half doors and a roll cage. Finish up fuel injection here, and then the last one we're putting a motor in it. So we have a couple other projects over there. And a Defender about to go up for sale. But yeah, this is Car Cave. So if you're still with me and you're interested in the coolest KZJ77 in North America, give us a call. You won't find one. I can't talk today. You won't find one like it here. So come on over for a test drive. Call me if you have any questions and want to know more. It's 803-262-4742 and www.carcaveusa.com.